everybody, Scott DaValle here with Winebow Fine Wine and Spirits. Hope everybody's doing awesome, enjoying their summertime. So we've picked a few different wines to feature today, and we're also going to mix it up a little bit, literally. Guess we'll jump right into it. So the first wine that we selected for today is a new wine for the shop. We have a couple new wines in the lineup and a couple of tried and trues. First wine is from the Finger Lakes of New York. This is Red Tail Ridge Chardonnay 2018 Sands Oak. So this is a husband and wife team, Mike Schnell and Nancy Ireland, who started this little boutique winery based on fresh, crisp white wines. They do a little bit of Pinot Noir as well, but mostly Chardonnay, Riesling, cool climate whites, and some blends. Started this in 2004 on the Seneca Lake, and just really fruit-driven wines. About 6,000 case production, very small. So all stainless steel. It sees no oak at all. Great for the summer if you like something a little bit more crisp and light on the palate. So again, more orchard fruits, apples, pears. Has a little bit of pineapple, tropical notes as well. Like I said, great acidity, super refreshing by itself. It's got enough body to stand up to poultry, fish, lighter fare, but again, just really nice and crisp for the summertime. Red Tail Ridge, check them out. Fairly new for the store. They just came in this week. So the second wine that we have selected is also a newcomer for the shop. This is the Chateau de Fontenay Bordeaux Rosé 2019. This is a estate chateau that's been producing wine since the 13th century and was most recently purchased by Stéphane Dufresne. He grows about 2/3 red grapes to 1/3 white grapes on the property in Entre-deux-Murs in Bordeaux. So I brought the rosé, new vintage, super delicious. There's 3 wines in the lineup. There's a white and a red Bordeaux that Bill also carries in the shop. They're all great introductions to Bordeaux for a great value. This vintage, the rosé comes in at 70% Cabernet Sauvignon with 30% Cabernet Franc, and that will vary from vintage to vintage depending on the vintage. Dry rosé, more fruit, red berry fruit driven, a little bit of strawberry. It's more dry than fruit forward, I would say. Maybe some apricot. Awesome wine for the summertime to add to the selection of rosés that Bill has in the store. It's always fun to come in, pick something up, try a different rosé if you're into rosés, and should be. It's that time of year. It's really warm. That goes with just about anything you have for summer fare. Although drinking them year round is that's what's up. So yeah. So the Bordeaux rosé. Nice values today. So the third wine, we're going to slide over to Italy. This is one that's been in the shop for maybe since the beginning. It always does. I mean, it's been doing really well for us since the get-go. This is from Tenuta Sant'Antonio out of Valpolicella, northeastern Italy, land of Amarone and Ripasso. So 4 brothers on this property inherited their father's estate, and then in '89 expanded to some extra acreage as well. So they produced the Sant'Antonio wines out of Valpolicella, the Ripasso, the Amarone, and then so they started that label in '95. 2006 they started the Skyo line of wines. 3 wines in this line, the Bianco, which is also here and it does really well. It's a 50-50 Gargantica Chardonnay blend. It's a really cool little wine. Rosé, and then the Corvina Rosso. This is the 17 vintage, made from 100% Corvina, one of the main blending grapes in Valpolicella. Here it's 100%, and doesn't see any oak, which I like it for the summertime because it's a little bit more medium than medium plus or full bodied. Really bright fruit. So kill it with anything off the grill, obviously. It's not going to overpower or underpower a lot of your summertime foods. Pork, beef, roasted chicken, roasted vegetables. Beautiful in the nose, very aromatic. I just forget how great this wine is, especially for the value. $13.99. Again, check this out. Check the white out. The white's super fun, really floral, easy drinking. Values. And then we're gonna finish with something fun. This is a white Porto. Maybe you haven't seen white Porto, familiar with Tawny and Ruby. This is the Ferrera Branco or white port. The winery was started in 1791 under Dona Antonia Adelaide, and she was actually widowed at 33, ran the business, made advances in winemaking in the Douro. Really cool producer and one of my go-tos. So white port, made the same as Ruby and Tawny ports, where the fermentation of the white grapes is stopped by adding grape spirits, brandy, stops the fermentation, keeps the wine on the sweet side, and brings the alcohol up to about 19%. Made from Malvasia, Codega, Portuguese grape varietals blended in. The vintage spends the winter in the Douro and then is shipped to the company lodges the following spring. And then aged for about average of 3 years. That goes into the white port. Fun on its own. You get where Tawny and Ruby ports, you'll tend to get with Ruby a little bit more red berry fruit. Tawny ports, you get a little bit more caramel and nutty flavors. And with the white ports, since it's made from white grapes, you get a little bit more dried fruits, fig, apricot, and a little raisiny, but also a little bit of citrus, like orange rind as well. So chill it down. It's fun on its own. I'll tell you, we're gonna do something a little bit more fun. I'm gonna make a little bit of white pork cocktails for you guys. We also have tonic from Jack Rudy that's available at the store. So these are little 8-ounce bottles of tonic water. You can get them both here. And we're gonna do white port cocktails. So this is about 4 ounces of tonic water, which is about half the bottle. This is 8 ounces. Make it nice if you're making 2. And then you take your white port and pour 2 ounces. You can also make them in larger batches. Just make sure you're at 2 to 1. And then give it a little stir. And then garnish is your choice. You could do orange, lime, or lemon. I prefer orange wedge just to give it a little squirt. So the tonic water will kind of cut down the sweetness of the port and gives it some bright freshness, making it really refreshing. Cheers. Another garnish you could add, and you can play with that however you like it. Again, I prefer orange, but lemon and lime also are delicious. And you can also throw in a little bit of mint if you're a big fan of the mint. And so I think that's it. Everybody stay safe, enjoy your summer cocktails and your summer wines. Come down to Bill's and they'll help you out. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.